Welcome back to the channel. I want to share some wonderful little nuggets that I found in my phone where, as I go about my day and I go about life, there's just these beautiful moments that amplify what being a powerful creator in the now moment means to me and how I enjoy the unfolding of multiple manifestations happening simultaneously. Some I'm fully aware and realizing in the now moments, but others that are taking a little bit more time and space because of the feeling of fulfillment I feel now. It just expands things and things begin to happen quickly. So I'm often asked, what do I do after I've chosen what it is that I want to be my reality? What do I do with 3D? How do I move about the physical 3D template? What am I supposed to be doing and thinking? And the answer always is just go about your life, do what you do. And in this video, I'm going to take a very normal thing for me that I do every 2 to 3 weeks and just take you into this moment right after it happened, right? So we often talk about being in the done deal, staying in the fulfillment before it happens. And sometimes you may not realize you're already fulfilled, but when we're doing ordinary things, and we can use these ordinary things that we do in our lives every day, and I call it like a 1-2 punch of satisfied and complete. And I have other videos on the channel that I will link that talks about that 1-2 punch of satisfied and complete, so that you know when you walk away from something, there's not anything else that needs to be done or experienced, that it is fulfilled in its entirety. And then you go and you move into whatever the next thing you're doing, even if it's a load of laundry or you're going food shopping, with that sensation, with that feel, and that you can now invoke that state of being in any given moment, things really begin to change. So, how do you feel fulfilled? It's different for every person. But when you start to feel it, not only the grand, big, huge things, but in the everyday little things. Right now, I'm going on a walk, and at a certain part of my walk every day, and now it's become an assumption. It wasn't an assumption to begin with, but it's an assumption. When I get to this spot, there's always deer, and they never run from me. I can walk through like I belong there. And if I don't see them on the way up, when I turn around and I'm on my way back, they're there. And there's some times where I notice that they're not there and I see them on the way back. But sometimes I don't even notice that I didn't see them and I still see them on the way back, because my assumption has to play out. It has to play out exactly where I expect it to play out. It doesn't mean that I don't see deer other places when I'm walking around this beautiful park. And I will take a video of that next time I walk by there. But this video today isn't about the deer. It's about how to recognize fulfillment, because I hear my clients say to me all the time, well, I've never had that come in before. I've never been that person before, so I don't know how to feel fulfilled in that situation. And it's not situation specific. Fulfillment is fulfillment. So if you're trying to manifest a wonderful person in your life or more money, really it's not manifesting anymore. It's just about experiencing the unfolding of what you've chose, because it must happen for you when you're deep in your assumption and there's no contradiction to it. But fulfillment's fulfillment. So if you feel fulfilled drinking coffee in the morning, then that's fulfillment. That's the same feels that you're going to feel when you are fulfilled in achieving something in your business or your career or with a person or with money. It's not about the 3D stuff. We think the feeling comes after the fact. But the most important thing is that you were already fulfilled before it began to unfold. And you'll even hear me say in the video that I'm going to talk about getting my nails done. And every time I go there, they just do an amazing job. And I would not assume anything different in anything that I'm doing when I'm engaging with 3D reality, because this is one big video game for me, and everything here is for my joy and fulfillment. The sun rises every day just for me. The sun rises every day just for you in your reality. The birds are chirping just for me. The birds are chirping just for you. You get the idea. So those little moments of fulfillment as you go about your day, and some of them may not have anything to do with some of those bigger things that you've asked for. But in this now moment, because there's only now, when you are fulfilled now, you are fulfilled. And it brings this lightness to you. So thank you for being here. You want to work with me, you know what to do. Check the information in the description box below. And also, there's the email up on the main page if you want to contact me with your story, with your success, with a question. I'd love to hear from you. So, with no further ado, here is the little nugget that I found on my phone just for you. So, hey guys, I wanted to share with you just some of the things that go through my mind. If you're ever curious as to how my mind works, I'm showing you right now that I got my nails done yesterday. And I knew I was going to have a blue. But when I first went to the nail salon, I had picked another blue. You know, they give you this big selection of like 300 colors to choose from. And there's a lot of instant no's in there. And then there's some that are like, oh, that's a possibility. And then I try to get at least 2 or 3 that are in the vicinity of the feel that I'm expecting. And there was just something about this color. And even I don't know if you can see, it's like lighter at the bottom and it gets darker as it goes up towards the tip. But the video may not do them justice. But I have to say, I'm really satisfied. And I want to share what that means. So whenever I go to the nail salon, they do an amazing job. They do it exactly how I like it. And it's a pleasant experience the whole time I'm there. And I always walk out fulfilled, right? I always walk out satisfied. But there's something different with this color. And it's invoking a deeper sense of that satisfaction and that fulfillment every time I look at my nails. So when something like this happens, you know, I'm always pretty much in a happy place, especially if I'm doing something nice for myself, such as getting my nails done or, you know, going to having a nice yoga class. And I just like yoga classes, every single one's amazing, but there are some that really stand out, right? So now, how awesome it is for me that I probably will have this color on for 2 to 3 weeks. And every time I look at these nails, there are no words at the rush of satisfaction and joy and fulfillment that this provided for me. I know this is going to be the color of my next car. Soon as I saw it, before it was even on my nails, it was like the voice said, this is the color of your next car. And it was funny because after I left the nail salon, I probably saw 4 or 5 different cars with this color, different kind of makes and models. But this is something where when you're looking for what does that fulfillment feel like in my done deal, what does that satisfaction feel like? Again, every time I walk out of that nail salon, I'm very happy with the color that I've chosen and the experience that I just had and how it looks. But there's something different here, and I'm aware of that difference. And every single time I look at my nails, again, it invokes a sensation within my body. So I sit with that. I sit with that feel. I sit with that tingle, and I blow it up, and I blow it up, and I blow it up. So we could play with some different ideas that I'll have this color on when the full-blown wish fulfill comes in, and it might be this time or it could be another time that I get it. It could be feeling the wish fulfilled of the car that I'll be driving, right? Because it makes it so much more fun doing the imaginal acts that my nails match my car. And I have these pants that I still have, these yoga pants. I'll have to share the picture. And I found that one day on one of my feeds, social media feeds, there was a car that matched my pants. So I'm still waiting. I hold on to those pants. I don't wear them often, but I'm waiting for that car to show up to match them. So this is where you can have fun with what it is that, I don't know why it's such satisfaction, just the way the color is. And but it's making me feel something. And again, right now, I don't know what that means, but I know it's part of my wish fulfilled. So whether or not I have this color on my nails or not, you better believe I'm going to be on the lookout for all things with this color. And it'll be amazing. The more you focus on it, the more you get. But once you find something that really invokes that sense of extra, like that, when you're satisfied and when you feel fulfilled, but it's like that extra thing that you weren't expecting from something so ordinary and regular that's part of your life, that when it activates it, just stay there with it and keep going back to it. And when those mind offerings come in, then go back to that thing. And so this is how my mind works. It's very aware of what the norm is. It's very aware of being satisfied. And then it's very, very aware of when these special moments come. So I just wanted to add one other thing about how once something gets activated in your awareness, in your consciousness. So once this color was activated, I started to see it everywhere. And that's why I love using activate, align, anchor within my consciousness, because the more things that you activate, the more things that will be offered to you in so many different variations that you don't focus on just one thing. And this is a beautiful way to allow multiple activations to be in your consciousness while you're enjoying your everyday life, doing the things that you do, that you enjoy. And the more that you enjoy where you are right now, because there is only right now. There's no past, there's no future. You've only ever been in the now. So when this now moment is totally fulfilled and you feel so satisfied, and sometimes again, satisfaction for me isn't a actual feel that is different than what my normal is. And you can almost say it's like a neutral, but it's not neutral, because there's just this beautiful sense of nothingness, in the sense of nothing else is needed to make this any better than what it is right now. And when you start to use this, if there's something to do, it's not the grander doing inspired action. It's the just feel fulfilled. Just allow yourself to be where you are. And this is perfect. Even if you just stubbed your toe, it's the perfect toe stubbing. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better toe stubbing ever. And then you can check it off, been there, done that. And now, you acknowledge that sometimes things arise in consciousness that may not necessarily be your choice, but maybe that's exactly how your consciousness, your awareness needed you to become more aware, because when that toe is throbbing, you are more aware in the now moment, because there's something there that you may have missed if you stayed in your normal mode of being. So I want to thank you again for being here. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. Share the channel, and we will have more videos coming just for you, because that's, if you want to feel satisfied and complete in any given moment, anything I'm doing just for you. Until we meet again, happy manifesting and enjoy.